All right, welcome on in, Skyliners fans. Another day, another doubleheader for you right here on Midnight Sports. Today, your Skyliners will take on one of the three teams that they've played in this tournament, but not right now. That's tonight. Right now, they'll take on the Canandaigua Knights out of the Finger Lakes region. This afternoon at Bill Gray's Regional Iceplex, Metropolitan Warehouse of Mysteries and Delights. Your Skyliners come into this, the third game of the Rochester Rumble, with an 0-2 record, having lost yesterday's game against the Coalition by a score of 5-0, and having lost last night's game to the Rochester Junior Americans 3-0. Regardless of those results, this afternoon's game offers the Skyliners an opportunity to skate again against strong and skilled opponents. Those opponents this afternoon are a Double-A team at the 14U level. Per my hockey rankings, they're the 100th best team in New York among 14U teams with an index rating of 81.03. On paper, they're the toughest team the Skyliners will face in this tournament. But with that said, and looking at the Knights' records, they have lost many games to single-A 14U teams. And what's more, with apologies to Forrest Gump, when it comes to these tournaments, these games are a bit like the proverbial teenager's mood. You never know what you're going to get. We've got puck drop now with Bennett Barish winning that back to Toby Rifkin-Brennan. Skyliners try and push it through the neutral zone. Instead, the Knights come away with it. They come through speed into the offensive zone. They try to throw something to the slot. That pass is cut out, though. The Knights have it behind the net. They send one in off a stick, off the cage, and the Skyliners are able to clear the zone. Now the Knights will have to go to retrieve. They do. They send it out of their zone up to the blue line and then pass it farther through the neutral zone. Now the Knights come again with speed. Instead, Freddie Ryan cuts that out at his own defensive blue line, has it on his backhand, and tries to get it up farther. He does. Gets that puck over to Stainer. Stainer keeps it in the zone to Freddie Ryan. Freddie Ryan throws a shot from the point on the Knights goaltender, and it's saved there with 12:17 left to go here in the first. The Skyliners are off and running, and they'll have an offensive zone faceoff coming up just to the Knights goalie's left. Folks, remember, you're watching this game on Midnight Sports. Streaming so good, can you even believe you used to have to come to these things? Midnight Sports. Knights win that faceoff. They take it around their cage. They exit the defensive zone with speed all the way through the neutral zone, but they're stopped there by Nate Koslewski. With good gap control, we get an offside call as the Knights try and enter their offensive zone, and we'll get a faceoff coming just outside the blue line here of the Skyliners' defensive zone. Knights win that faceoff all the way back to their defensive zone, and they'll have to retrieve there. They go to get the puck. They have it behind their net. They pass it up to the half boards, and now they go weak side with a long pass. Looks like we're going to get a partial break here. The Knights are able to track it down. They come to the dot. They throw in and on Speaker. Speaker stops that, and the Skyliners throw that right back out of their zone. Joe Kahn able to exit the zone. The Knights take it over and try and dump it right back in, but they're offside again with 11:38 left to go here in the first. Well, both goalies have seen some action now with shots on each cage. The Skyliners will roll Berliner, Fauci, and Bizarro out as the forward line. The Knights win that faceoff, try and dump it in. Cut out by Freddie Ryan, but not out of the zone. Knights unable to keep, though, at the point. Puck comes all the way through the neutral zone. The Knights will have to collect there in the defensive end. They again throw that up through the neutral zone. Skyliners able to cut it out, but without possession. So the Knights take over and come right back through the neutral zone again. Soft backhand pass sees the puck roll all the way to the near corner in the Skyliners zone, and they'll have to collect there. Aiden sends it around to the other side. The Knights get there first. They take the puck deeper in the zone. They're looking for that low slot pass every single time they get possession in the corner. Skyliners gumming up those passes so far. Berliner now goes behind his own net. He's got it on his forehand and a lot of ice in front of him to skate. He's got Bizarro weak side, both going into the offensive zone here. Berliner tries to pass it in the slot, nobody home, and the Knights take over. But not out of the zone. Bizarro now has it, tries to go forehand, backhand instead, gets a whole lot of shoulder to the face, and we're going to have a call here coming up against the Knights for roughing at 10:39 left to go here in the first period. Skyliners will go to the power play. It's going to be a 2-minute rough there on 46 for the Knights. Offensive zone faceoff coming up. Coach Coffey's able to roll a new line out there with Stainer, Barish, and Samosi. TRB10 and Freddie Ryan as the defensive pairing. Barish tries to win that forward. He does. The Knights take over behind their own net. Aggressive forecheck sees Samosi and Stainer fire in. And Rifkin Brennan's able to keep the puck in at the point. Now Stainer goes to retrieve. Bad bounce in the corner, sees the puck come to the Knights. Knights try and take possession there. They have it here in the near corner in the defensive end and work the puck all the way around to the half boards on out. Freddie Ryan beats his man to the puck here into the defensive zone. He's able to just take that onto his stick, onto Speaker's leg pads, and then Rifkin Brennan's able to pick up the puck and send that up through the neutral zone. Skyliners still looking to connect that final pass into the zone. Banks shot there off Stainer, sees the puck roll into the offensive zone. Pass to the slot by Samosi, cut out. Skyliners still, though, retain possession here at the half wall. Freddie Ryan now throws one in on net, makes it all the way to the goalie. Nice save there by the Knight goalie. Sees the puck stay out of the net. Knights now desperate to get this puck out of the zone. They only get it so far as Freddie Ryan. Freddie Ryan dumps it right back down. Bennett Barish goes to retrieve. Samosi over at the half wall is able to send it to him. A little give and go there. Sees a shot come in and then the score. Lucas Stainer with a goal in the low slot there for the Skyliners. That's a power play goal at 9:34 left to go here in the first period. Skyliners 1, Knights 0. Well, that all worked very well there with the Barish and Samosi give and go. They were able to fire it on net, and Stainer did the rest with that rebound cleanup. Now the Skyliners at center ice lose that face-off, and the Knights pour into the zone. They've got it on the forehand. They throw it far to the near corner, and the Skyliners try to get that puck out of the zone. Instead, the Knights take over. They curl the dot, the low point. That shot goes wide of the cage. Speaker now goes post to post to cover the far post. That shot goes begging as well. They're throwing everything they've got now in on Speaker. The Knights take it in the high slot, throw it to the low slot. Skyliners are there to cut that out. Now the Knights have it at the half wall. Again, curling in on the forehand. Curl and drag, and that's a goal right past Speaker's glove. 1-1. 9:01 left here to go in the first. Well, that puck snuck in there at the near post somehow, some way, and we've got a tie hockey game. Back to center ice here. Berliner will lean in. Puck's dropped. Berliner wins it back to Aiden. Aiden goes forehand, banks it off the boards over to Bizarro. Bizarro has to curl because two players are on him immediately. Now Parake goes to retrieve. Parake's got the puck on his backhand, sends that up to Fauci at the half wall. Knights cut it out there, and they take over possession, but only so far as Berliner. Now the Knights try and keep it in at the point. They do, and they're swarming over at that half wall. They've got three players over there for extra support. They take over in the far corner now. Berliner beats his man to the puck, tries to send that over to Bizarro. He does. Bizarro banks the pass to himself, and he sees Fauci up ahead, unable to get the puck to him. The Knights take over in the neutral zone. They have it there, and they're able to pump it right back into the offensive zone, and Parake goes to retrieve on his forehand. He sends that around to Bizarro at the half wall. Bizarro now has it on his stick. He skates out of his zone, dodges one man. The puck doesn't cross the blue line until it does. There's a tripping call that we're going to get as the puck goes up into the net. Bizarro, feisty on the puck, draws a tripping call pretty easily, too, as he was towing his own blue line. And the Skyliners will go right back to the official call. Is going to be 2 minutes for holding. Looked like a trip from here, but the Skyliners aren't going to disagree so long as they've got 2 minutes of a man advantage. Barish now will lean in with Stainer and Samosi out there. Rifkin Brennan takes the puck off the face-off win by Barish. Dumps it to the end boards there. The Knights pick up. They try and get it out of their zone, but a forecheck by Samosi keeps it in. Stainer tries to throw that to Barish. Instead, the puck gets caught in his skates, and now we've got a 2-on-1. Freddie Ryan gets back. Good gap control, sees the puck roll off the Knights' stick, but they still have it in the offensive zone. Now they're at the dot. They try and go far post. That puck misses everyone, and the Skyliners take back over. Samosi now has it on his backhand. He gains the offensive zone. He's looking for support. He throws it to the slot. The Knights beat Barish there, and they throw it right back out of the zone. Now the Knights are on a break. They're in the offensive zone on the forehand. They throw one in on Speaker. That's kicked aside by him. The puck comes all the way out of the zone. We're going to get an icing call here against the Skyliners. A bit unfortunate because Barish looked to be across the red line there, but the linesman did not see it that way. So with 7:24 left to go here in the first period, and it's still 1 minute and 16 seconds on the Skyliners power play, we've got a defensive zone face-off. Berliner will lean in, wins it on his backhand, all the way over to Kishlevsky. Kishlevsky pops that out of the zone. The Knights try and dump it back in. Berliner's there to gum it up. Now the Knights do dump it in. They look to gain possession. Instead, Hartzog gets there first, throws it to the other side, and Fauci tries to get to the puck. He does. He gets it out of the zone. Bizarro now takes it over, calms the puck down, And the Skyliners forwards are trying to send it to each other through the neutral zone. They do come away with possession. They try and gain the offensive zone. Good gap control again by the Knights. Sees Bizarro have to dance a bit. The puck just comes over the blue line there. Kishlevsky tries to pump it back in. Instead, we get an offside call with 44 seconds left to go on the power play. Still a 1-1 hockey game here. Berliner will again lean in and try and win this on his backhand over to Falsey, or behind him to Hartzog. Instead, the Knights come away with it. They've got another partial break here. Bizarro with a good back check. Oh, that's Kishlevsky, excuse me. With a good back check, sees that puck roll off the Knights stick, and we get a stoppage in play here. We'll see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be a slash against the Skyliners. Hartzog goes to the box for 2 for slashing with 6:41 left to go here. So we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey for 34 seconds as the Skyliners were still on the power play there. And thereafter, it's going to be a Knights power play. 6:41 left to go here in the first. Berliner wins the faceoff behind him. Knights take over, throw a shot high of the cage. Now the Knights swarm in the corner. Gummed up there by Freddie Ryan. Nope, Parachia. Speaker tries to cover. He does. He freezes that down after a couple shots on the cage. Still 4-on-4 play. This face-off will come to Speaker's left. And Coach Coffey will keep the same 4 skaters out there. Puck comes up to the Knights in the high slot. They throw one in on Speaker. That puck instead gets bounced all the way up into the netting after a nice deflection there by the Skyliners. And we'll do it all again 2 seconds later here with 6:22 left to go. Still 15 seconds left here on this 4-on-4. Skyliners lean in, try and win that back. Berliner does. They throw one in on the cage. Speaker's there, though, to reject that. Another shot comes in on Speaker. He gloves that down, but not frozen. Now the Knights are swarming. They've got 3 seconds left before they go on the 5-on-4. They try and go point to point. Instead, it's cut out there by Parachia. Parachia has it on his stick. He gains the offensive zone. Speaker, we should get a whistle here. We do. 5:54 left to go. Awkward fall there from the Knights player, and you just have to hope he's okay. The Knights coaches will go check him out to see what they can do to help him. Still grabbing his knee a bit. And it looked to just be a simple hockey play there and a blown tire as the Knights player went down awkwardly into the boards. Sitting up now, trying to get to his feet, able to do so, not putting much weight on that right leg though. You just hate to see this. Able to slowly leave the ice here with some help from his coach and teammates. He'll get checked out over there on the bench. Well, we'll continue on here with 5:54 left to go here in the first period. Still a 1-1 hockey game. And the Knights will have 1 minute and 13 seconds here on the power play with the man advantage. Faceoff comes just outside the Skyliners zone. They win it there, but it gets caught in some feet, and now the Knights have it on their forehand in the high slot. Drop pass, sees a shot come in on Speaker. Speaker's able to push that well out, and the Skyliners take over there at the half boards. They're able to get that out of the zone, but they throw it just a bit too far, and it comes all the way down for an icing. It does give us time to remind you that Youth Hockey on Midnight Sports is sponsored by Youth Hockey Bank and Lending Company. Skyliners fans, despite the snow, it's almost springtime. You know what that means. Hockey equipment sales are coming. It's that time of year when you, the hockey parents who want to save money, get to guess how tall your child will be come fall when they're playing full-time again. Well, let the folks at the Youth Hockey Bank and Lending Company take the guesswork out of one aspect of the purchasing process. Instead of taking out that home equity line of credit to buy a new pair of skates, gloves, chest protector, pants, and helmet, let us loan you the literally thousands of dollars it will take to outfit your child for next season. Youth Hockey Bank and Lending Company. If you get the sizing guesses wrong, don't worry. We'll be there with another loan in September. Offer not valid anywhere in the world, not FDIC insured. Now, the Skyliners are having a little trouble here on the penalty kill getting out of the zone, as you'd expect, given that they're down a skater. The Knights are still throwing the puck in on net. They have it at the point now at the half boards. Skyliners try and gum it up there. No call on any trip there. And the Knights have it. They try and send it to the slot. Nobody home. Instead, Barish now has the puck on his forehand. He's able to skate out of the zone. Only 8 seconds left on the kill. He smartly dumps that in. That should take care of the Skyliners' penalty, and we're back to 5-on-5 skating. The Knights throw a puck up into their bench near the linesman, so that'll be a stoppage in play with 4:38 left to go here in the first period. They've got to give the Skyliners a lot of credit. They've come out this afternoon with a lot of energy and speed. So far, so good in this 1-1 hockey game. Offensive zone draw coming for Stainer. He's got Samosi and Khan out there with him. Puck comes up to the high slot. Parakia slaps that puck down into the end boards. The Knights come away with it. Now they try and break out of their zone. An errant pass sees the puck come all the way to Parakia. He gets that stuck in his skates a little bit and just has to backhand it farther in the neutral zone. So now the Knights have it. They come through the neutral zone. They're on the backhand. They gain the offensive zone. They're trying to turn to get it on Speaker. Instead of drop pass in the slot, it's rejected there by a Skyliner or two, and the Skyliners look to get that out of the zone. Jill Kahn now has it. She's skating with it through the neutral zone. She's able to get that puck into the offensive zone before she's finally fought off by the Knights player. Knights try and send that puck up. Aiden now has it in the neutral zone. He has to wait for his teammates to clear. Parakia has it. His teammates have cleared, and he sends that on down. Deflection there keeps it from being an icing, and the Knights take over as the Skyliners get a partial line change. The Knights work through the neutral zone. Berliner cuts out that pass, and the Knights will have to recoil again in their defensive zone. Now the Skyliners get a full forward change. The Knights recoil again. Aggressive forecheck there. Sees an errant pass, but the Knights still able to hold on to it as they're just shoving players down, and they're able to do so. Puck again pops out of the offensive zone. The Knights just shoot it right back in. Now the Knights charge for it. Oh, a shot. And it looks like a deflection there. Goes right over Speaker's shoulder. That's a Knights goal. 3:20 left to go here in the first period. Knights 2, Skyliners 1. Now that was a quick developing play there. Kind of a loose puck on edge. And the Knights player was able to lift it right up over Speaker's shoulder. So we'll have a center ice face-off with 3:20 left to go. Puck stays in the neutral zone after it's dropped. The Skyliners looking to push it up. Instead, it comes into the Skyliners defensive zone only briefly. Now Berliner trying to back check that puck away from his man. He's able to. The puck comes to the Knights blue line and then is sent right back up through the neutral zone. Schlefsky has it there at his blue line. Unable to get the puck off the Knights stick. The Knights will throw that in on Speaker. Rebound in front of him. Still loose in front of him. Still loose and waved. It is. The Knights will have to retrieve in their defensive zone. Well, that was some scary time there. Well, they did not wave icing, in fact. One linesman did. The linesman closest to the puck, though, decided it was icing for whatever reason. 2, Skyliners 1. We'll have a defensive zone draw. Knights win that. They throw something in on Speaker, hits a body in front, never makes it to the cage. Now the Skyliners try and get out of the zone. They do. Stainer looks to pick up the puck. Instead, he picks up a man. The Knights have the puck in their defensive zone. They're able to send that up through the neutral zone, but cut out there by Samosi. Rifkin Brennan, that is. Hard to see through this netting at times. Samosi was just to his left. And we're going to get a puck out of play call here with a defensive zone draw coming for the Knights. Barish is out there with Stainer and Samosi. TRB 10's out there with Freddie Ryan as his defensive pair. Barish will lean in, looking to win this on his backhand. He does, wins it over to Stainer. The Knights jump that pass, though, and they're able to get the puck out of the zone. Skyliners have to clear the zone. They do. Now Barish has it in a high slot. He's on his backhand, just throws something toward the cage to create some havoc. Knights pick it up at the end boards there. They throw it around to the point. Rifkin Brennan cuts that out. He tries to pump that in deeper. Can't get much power on it, though, and the Knights are able to get that puck only so far as the blue line. The Skyliners do just push that right back on in. Skyliners now with a forecheck. Stainer in on it, can't separate his man from the puck. Puck now bouncing at the half boards. Still bouncing there. Stainer's able to take over, though, after a nice pinch by Rifkin Brennan. Stainer tries to reverse. Nobody home yet. Samosi gets over there now. Minute 40 left to go here in the first period. Rifkin Brennan again pinches, but the Knights get past him this time, and they've got a 2-on-1 developing. Skyliners are going to need to hustle back. Freddie Ryan cuts out that slot pass, takes a big hit in the back. The Knights still come away with it, but we're going to get a call here. Looks to be a holding call And we'll see who's going to the box for this. You'd think it would be the Knights based on when the whistle blew. And in fact, that's exactly what is going to happen. We're going to get a 2-minute holding penalty here on the Knights with 1:26 left to go in the first period. Knights up a goal. This face-off with Kahn, Bigliotti, and Sweeney will come just to the Knights' left. Bigliotti wins that. Sweeney tries to send it to the point. Instead, the Knights come away with it on a partial break. Knights have it there. They go in on Speaker. Speaker's able to blocker that aside to the corner. But we're going to get a high stick call, it looks like, on the Knights, so this face-off should come out of the zone. Does. We'll skate all the way back down to the Skyliners' offensive zone now with 1:16 left to go here in the first period. Bigliotti will again lean in and try and win this on his backhand. Instead, the Knights beat him to it. Kahn on the forecheck's able to keep the puck in. Bigliotti sends it to the end boards, and now Sweeney goes to recover. Knights beat him there. It looks like we've got some sort of penalty here coming up on the Skyliners. That delayed penalty there. Skyliners touched up. We'll go back to 4-on-4 hockey. Bigliotti will go to the box here. Since there was a stick on the ice, your guess is as good as mine, but I'd probably say slashing. Regardless, 2 minutes goes on the clock for the penalty, and we'll have 4-on-4 hockey for at least the next minute and 37 seconds. Skyliners win that face-off back to the near corner. Fauci goes to retrieve. He gets it past his man. He's able to chip it up to Berliner. Berliner takes a heavy hit there to get the puck into the offensive zone, and he loses possession. A lot of ice out there in this 4-on-4 hockey and a lot of speed to build up for the hitting. The Knights take over at the blue line. They try and send something in on Speaker. He kicks that aside, and it's at the far half boards. The Knights wind up again. Speaker just gloved. Knights are buzzing now around the Skyliners net with these long shots, looking for some rebounds. So far, Speaker's been able to kick him out far and wide on this 4-on-4. Skyliners now have the puck after the faceoff. They try and send it out. Instead, it gets gummed up there. Puck comes through the crease. Comes through again. That one misses the cage entirely, but the Knights still have possession. Berliner wants to make sure they don't. Instead, the Knights beat them to her again. All right, period 2 action about to get underway. We'll still have some 4-on-4 hockey here as the Skyliners take the ice. Skyliners win that forward with Barish out there. He's got Bizarro, and Freddie Ryan, and TRB10 as the 4 skaters. Freddie Ryan takes that puck off his man's sticks, unable to get it out of the zone, though, with 2 Knights draped all over him. The Knights pump that in farther on the backhand, so Barish will have to collect behind his own net. He does. He's on his forehand. He tries to send that up out past the point. Instead, the puck only comes there. Now the Knights have it on the forehand. Speaker's able to glove that puck down, and we'll get another stoppage in play with 12:36 left to go here in the second. Still 10 more seconds on the 4-on-4, and then the Knights will have a 23-second power play after those 10 seconds expire. Barish will again lean in. Wins that puck back to Freddie Ryan. Freddie Ryan can't corral a rolling puck, so he has to turn and twist. And now Rifkin Brennan's able to pick it up on the reverse. Rifkin Brennan still has it. That's taken off his stick, and the Skyliners will have to recover there. They're unable to beat their man to the ice, the puck that is, and there's a 15-second power play coming up here. Skyliners are able to pump that out of the zone. Should get a kill out of this so long as we don't get a whistle for icing. Now we do, with 7 seconds left to go on the penalty kill for the Skyliners. We'll give the Skyliners an opportunity to send 2 new forwards over the wall. And it looks like 2 new defenders as well with 7 seconds left on the kill. 12-10 left to go here in the second period. The Skyliners down a goal. Berliner now out for the draw. He's got Paracchia, Aiden, and Fauci with him. Wins it over to Paracchia, who reverses it back to Berliner. Berliner has it on his forehand, unable to beat his man the first time. Now he beats him the second time, and he gets the puck out of the zone. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. That's offside by the Knights. And it's 11:58 left to go here in the second period. And each team will have a full complement of skaters out there. Well, folks, you're watching this game on Midnight Sports. Midnight Sports making streaming youth hockey so easy, even a 40-year-old could figure it out. Midnight Sports. Center zone draw coming here for the Skyliners. Berliner leans in, wins it back to Paracchia, sends it up to Fauci off the linesman's skates, so the Knights take over there. Knights have it in the neutral zone, but only so far as Berliner. Now the Knights are able to pop that up, cross the red line, and gain the offensive zone. Paracchia, though, doesn't let his man dangle him and comes away with the puck with 3 Knights around him. Now the Knights swarm and they take it back up at the point. They dump it onto the end boards. Puck rolls all the way around over to Aiden at the near corner. He's able to reverse to Fauci. Puck's a little too hard for him, but Paracchia picks it up on his forehand. He beats one man by going into the interior of the ice. Now he's through the neutral zone. Puck comes over to Berliner. Berliner gets into the zone a little bit before the puck. We'll get another stoppage here for offside with 11:18 left to go in the second period. Well, it's a bit of a choppy start here to the second period. Not necessarily the same end-to-end action we saw, despite the fact that a good chunk of it was spent in 4-on-4 hockey. Bigliotti now leans in. Skyliners had possession of the puck just briefly there in the neutral zone. Now Kahn takes over. She punches it right into the offensive zone. But the Knights do come away with it. They're coming through the neutral zone now. They get into the offensive zone. They try and send something over to the high slot. Nobody home. It's now at the near point. They throw something in on Speaker. Instead, it's blocked by Hartzog there. And Kahn comes away with it, but only so far as the blue line. Now the Knights coil. Vigliotti gums up that play, and they'll have to break in again. They do. They have it in the offensive zone. Now they're in on Speaker. Hard shot there goes up and over the netting because it hit Hartzog first. And the Knights are trying to start a little funny business after the whistle now. Hartzog wasn't having it. He let the Knights player know, and both players skated away from each other. Defensive zone draw for the Skyliners coming to Speaker's left. Barish will lean in here. He's got Stainer and Smosi out there with him. Krishlevsky and Hartzog as well on defense. Knights win that draw, but they send it all the way out of the zone. They'll have to collect in their own defensive zone. Smosi in on the forecheck at the end boards. The Knights are able to pump that around to the other side. They retain possession, but they have not gotten it out of the zone yet. Now at the half boards, it goes up to the point. Hartzog has a heavy shot, hits his own man though, and the Knights take possession and skate it out of their zone. They've got a 2-on-1 with a partial break here in on Speaker. He's out, but because it was a 2-on-1, the Knights off player crossed the line too soon. We have an offside call here, and we'll get a drop just outside the blue line. Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And the Skyliners got lucky on that one as the second player in the 2-on-1 crossed into the offensive zone a little too quickly. Berliner leans in. Puck's one on his backhand over to the weak side, and he'll go chase. Knights end up with the puck going through the neutral zone, but Bizarro's there to try and cut that out. Berliner takes his man out of the play. Bizarro dangles one man. Puck's onside, but now it's out of the zone. The Skyliners will have to collect in the neutral zone. They do. Berliner throws it in deeper. He takes a big hit there. No call. A little bit late, that hit. The refs are letting them play this game. So now the Knights come through the neutral zone. Nobody home there for that Knight pass. And Fauci cycles that puck up into the offensive zone. The Knights will try and recover in their own defensive zone. They do. They're behind their net. Bizarro not fooled by the change of direction, and now 2 Skyliners are into the forecheck. That puck comes out to the high slot and just evades Freddie Ryan. Rifkin Brennan will have to go collect on his forehand. He does. Sends that puck out of his zone on a bank pass, and Fauci tries to turn it up farther. He does. Now the Knights take over in the neutral zone. Try and feather a pass. Instead, Fauci cuts that out, and Berliner passes it to himself down to the end boards. He goes in on the forecheck to try and recover. The Knights come away with it, though. They skate the puck out of their zone, and now they're through the neutral zone with speed. It's a 2-on-2. Freddie Ryan pushes his man to the boards, and then the puck to the end boards here. It comes around behind the net. The Skyliners are able to take over there. Freddie Ryan has it on his stick, sends that up to Fauci. Fauci turns, puck bounces over his stick, and the Knights are able to dump it right back in, but only so far as Rifkin Brennan. Rifkin Brennan has the puck. He banks that up to Bizarro. Bizarro sends it farther, takes a big hit to do so, and the Knights come away with possession once again. Knights send it into the offensive zone, but without possession, and Freddie Ryan's able to skate it out. He runs into Fauci. A little confusion there as to who was going to take the puck. And the Skyliners turn it over in the neutral zone. Now the Knights come through again. They gain the offensive zone. They're weaving through to try and create some space to get a shot in on Speaker. Instead, Bizarro takes over with a nice back check. The puck looked to come out of the zone. The judge not to, and the Knights still have it here to harass the Skyliners. They try and turn and get a shot on. A nice stick by Rifkin Brennan sees that puck just go to the half wall. Instead, Rifkin Brennan's able to pump that puck out of the zone. It's spinning on end, so it's not going to gain the end line. There'll be no icing. 8:03 left to go here in the second period as the Knights recoil, skate through their defensive zone. The Skyliners got a line change out of that, at least for the forwards, and Freddie Ryan tries to push his man to the wall. He does. Puck rolls to the end boards. The Knights will have to pick it up there. Good battle there in the corner. Sees that puck thrown to the high slot and then ultimately out of the zone. Now Sweeney will try and track down that puck in the offensive zone. The Knights get there first, and they're going to skate this out of their own zone through the neutral zone. They do. They're weaving now. They've got 3 players into the offensive zone trying to throw something in on Speaker. They go to the forehand. Oh, a nice play by Parakia keeps that puck from being shot in on goal. He's able to get that puck out of the zone, and he takes his man out of the play. But the Knights are able to dump it back in. Aiden will now have to collect behind his own net. Speaker down on a knee, try and cut out any wraparound. And now Aiden has the puck on his backhand, punches it up to the point, and now out of the zone. Sweeney goes to try and recover. The Knights dump that back in, but way too soon. We'll get another offside call here with 7:03 left to play in the second period. It's Knights 2, Skyliners 1. Intentional offside adjudged, so the Skyliners will have an offensive zone draw with Barish, Stainer, and it looks like Samosi out there as the forward line. Paraka and Aiden as the defensive pairing. Barish will lean in here. The Skyliners could use a goal, and they could use a goal badly. Skyliners won the faceoff but lost possession. Now the Knights have rounded their man. They've got a 3-on-0. Oh, a nice kick save there by Speaker in the wrong direction. Sees that puck stay out of the goal. Knights now trying to take over possession again. They do. They curl. They're in the high slot, throwing something in on Speaker. Speaker's there. He takes a stick to the face, and the Knights are able to put the rebound in on Speaker. Boy, that was a high stick right up around the cage there for Speaker. He was able to fight the first one off, but not the second, and the Knights capitalized. Knights 3, Skyliners 1, 6:38 left to go there. We're going to get a goalie switch halfway through this game. Maxi Koss will come out, replace Speaker with 6:38 left to go, almost exactly halfway through this game. Not sure if it was a planned switch or if Coach saw something that he would like to change, so we'll have to talk to him in the post-game about that. Maxi Koss out there now, and the puck comes into the zone. The Skyliners will try and pump it out. Berliner has it. Just bumps it right up on the half boards out of the zone. Bizarro tries to take over there. Instead, the Knights come out with it. They've got the puck here in the high slot, and they're unable to do much with it, so they have to recoil in the neutral zone. They punch it up there, and the puck bounces around like a pinball for a little bit. Now the Knights gain the zone. They throw something in on Koss. It's wide of the cage. They've got a backhand close to the net, but can't do much with it there. The Skyliners try and take over the puck, unable to do so. Now the Knights curl on the backhand, throw something in on Koss. He kicks that one out. You always want a goalie coming in cold to a game to get a few shots on him to warm up. Now Maxi's had that with at least one shot now. The puck's at the point, just sits there for a while. Got 6 skaters over there, but the puck does not leave the zone just yet. Pizarro goes to track it down. He's got it on his forehand. He banks that off the blue line. We're not going to get an icing call here because the puck was smartly banked down softly, didn't roll across the end line until the Knights player was able to get to it. The Knights now have it in the neutral zone. They go weak side. Puck ends up right in the middle of the neutral zone. Now the Knights are able to get in the offensive zone. They throw one in on Koss. That's a goal there. 5:08 left to go here. Knights creating something out of nothing as that puck pinballed in the neutral zone, came into the high slot right onto the forehand of the Knights player. And that's Knights 4, Skyliners 1. Well, just as we were saying, that is tough to come into a game cold and face shots immediately. But you can see the other side of it too. Sometimes you make a goalie switch to change up the complexion of the team. And surely that's what Coach Coffey was hoping to do, and it still yet may bear fruit. Skyliners look to get a goal here. They've got it in the neutral zone. They dump that puck on in and give chase. Vigliotti out there with Kahn and Sweeney. And the Knights reverse direction with 4:52 left to go here in the second. Vigliotti has the puck on his stick, sends it to the slot, and it ends up at the far half wall. Now the Knights chip it out, and Rifkin-Brenner will have to recover it on his forehand. He curls around his own net, considers a reverse, instead throws that puck up to Kahn, hits her stick, but on the wrong side of the red line, and we'll get an icing here. Skyliners will have a defensive zone draw coming to Maxi Koss's right. Barish will lean in. He's got Baracchia to his right. Smosi out there with him. Aiden Steiner as well. Puck comes out of the Skyliners zone. The Knights take over possession. The Knights now have it. They try and punch something up there on the forehand. Instead, the Skyliners send that right back around. Now it's in the offensive zone for the Skyliners, but again without possession. That rolling puck came close to the cage, so the Knights goalie played it. Now the Knights have a 2-on-1 here. They look for the pass at the slot. Instead, send it up and on Koss. They go top shelf. They score. 4:03 left to go here in the second. Knights 5, Skyliners 1. Well, that's a tough play there as the puck came out of the offensive zone for the Skyliners, came right to the Knights, and they had a 2-on-1 break, and they made the most of it there. Just some rough luck there for the Skyliners. Now Barish will lean in with 4:03 left to go here in the second. Wins it over to Smosi, who pushes it up. The Knights take over possession there. Baracchia gives chase in his own defensive end. That puck is going to go all the way down to the other end for an icing. So the Skyliners will get an offensive zone draw out of this. Coach Coffey will keep the same line out there for this draw. Barish leans in on the backhand. Wins it over to the corner, and the Skyliners look to gain possession with something that they can put on net. Instead, the puck's just pinballing down the offensive zone. Smosi tries to change the point of attack. The Knights get there first, but can't get it out of the zone, at least not yet. Now Smosi has it on his stick, unable to turn first before it's taken off of his stick. Does stay in the zone, though. Knights send that around to the near corner. They look for the bank pass, and it comes all the way in the offensive zone. They're in all alone on Koss. Nice save there by Maxi Koss on that breakaway. 3:22 left to go here in the second period. The Skyliners down 4 goals. Defensive zone draw coming to Koss's right. And it'll be Rifkin-Brennan and Hartzog as the defensive pairing. It looks to be Kishlevsky, Bizarro, and Fauci out as the forwards. Nate showing that versatility, being able to go between defense and offense for the Skyliners. Same with Fauci, too. It looks like he might be part of the defensive pairing out there. Knights have the puck in the neutral zone. They dump that back in the offensive zone, and Rifkin-Brenner will have to collect. He collects the puck and his man, and the Skyliners come away with it. Yes, it is Fauci on the defensive pairing there. He tries to thread that up. Hartzog comes away with it on the forehand, only gets it to the point, though. The Skyliners will have to cut out the play again. Knights cycle around to the end boards. They're looking for a player streaking into the slot. Instead, they're pushed wide by Rifkin-Brennan. Knights still have the puck. Rifkin-Brennan takes his man again. The puck comes up to the point. Rifkin-Brennan collects on his forehand. The puck takes a weird carom off the boards. Misses him, but it gets to Hartzog. Hartzog then throws that puck up. Hartzog gets it in the neutral zone, is able to push it out of the Skyliners zone, most importantly, once and twice. Now Koszlewski has it on his forehand. Puck comes over to Hartzog, takes a big hit, but he's able to get that puck to some open ice to Rifkin-Brennan. Rifkin-Brennan has on the forehand. He sends that up. That puck misses Fauci and comes right back into the offensive zone again. Looks like we'll have an offside call here, though, against the Knights with 2:09 left to play here in the second period. Coach Coffey able to make a line change now. He's got Freddie Ryan and Paracchia as his defensive pairing, and Sweeney, Vigliotti, and Kahn out there as his forwards. Puck sent into the offensive zone by the Skyliners, but the Knights come away with possession. Just under 2 minutes left to go here in the second period. Knights have the puck on their forehand. They send that weak side out of the zone. It misses everyone, and Vigliotti will have to clean that up on the forehand. He does. He sends it over to the half boards, but both he and the player that takes him out go crashing into the boards, and we'll get a whistle here, a stoppage in play. Looks like Vigliotti got the worst of that collision, but both players are now sitting up and getting up here. Good sportsmanship there by the Knights player to make sure he pats Vigliotti on the back. And Lorenzo will be able to stay out there to take this draw with Sweeney and Kahn. Knights win that face-off. They've got it in a high slot. Try and send something in on Koss. The puck's loose right in the low slot. Koss is able to cover. He beats his man to the puck, and we get a freeze at 1:33 left to go here in the second. Good reaction there by Koss to jump on the puck before the Knights were able to lift it up over his glove and put that one in. Now Coach Coffey will roll Barish, Samosi, and Stainer out there. And the Knights come away with that draw, but they send it out of the zone themselves. They'll have to recover there in the neutral zone. Instead, it's cut out there by Paracchia. A hard shot comes in just wide of the cage. Skyliners try and throw another one in. They do to the low slot. They're beaten to the puck, though, and the Knights come away with it in their defensive zone. Just over a minute now to go in the second period. Knights are trying to dangle every person they see on the ice. They do. They come up, try a bad angle shot on Koss. He's there to shut the door with the left leg pad. Skyliners throw it out of their zone, but not all the way past the blue line. Now the Knights have it in a low slot, comes in on Koss. He stays strong, and the puck goes well wide of the cage. Paracchia now takes his man out of the play. Freddie Ryan tries to feather a pass up to him. Instead, the Knights come away with it. Another bad angle shot, sees Koss stick that aside, and Freddie Ryan has it on his forehand with 47 seconds left to go here in the second. Barish now has it. He's able to send that out of his zone. Stainer looks to collect the puck on what's a partial break. The Knights recover. Good back check there. See Stainer only able to pump that into the slot. No one's home, so the Knights are able to take it there, but the puck does roll in front of the goalie until the Knights are able to clear it. Not out of the zone, but certainly out of the crease. Skyliners are swarming. Some good late second period push here from them. Now the Knights come away with the puck. Come through the neutral zone, look to gain the offensive zone. Good gap control, sees Freddie Ryan push his man all the way to the side, and Berliner comes away with the puck there. Berliner still has the puck, crosses his own blue line, tries to send that up to Stainer. Instead, the Knights come away with it as that pass got stuck in his skates. The Knights come across the line too early there with just under 4 seconds left to go in the second period. Knights 5, Skyliners 1. We'll get a draw just outside the Skyliners blue line here. That'll be Berliner to lean in with Paracchia and Ryan behind him. Berliner wins that back. That should do it for the second period. And there goes the horn. Skyliners down 4 goals there, but some good push there at the last 30 seconds or so. And during this intermission, we can remind you that Skyliners hockey on Midnight Sports is brought to you by the umbrella. Let's try that again, Skyliners fans. It's brought to you by the umbrella you brought but didn't need. Skyliners fans, take a look outside. It's gray, right? And you have to go out. Better grab that umbrella, just in case it starts raining, sleeting, or snowing. Can't be too careful. What's that? You don't want to lug that umbrella around all day through the subway and on every errand you have if it's not going to rain? Well, bad news, that's not the way it works. See, either you bring the umbrella and nothing falls from the sky, or you don't, and you can kiss goodbye that feeling of ever being dry again. The umbrella you brought but didn't need. It's your choice, and it's sure to be the wrong one. Period 3, here we go. 13 minutes on the board. Skyliners down 4 goals. Berliner wins that back to Hartzog. Hartzog has the puck roll off his stick, and now the Knights are in on Koss. Koss with a nice save there, 7 seconds into the third period. Berliner now tries to collect in the near corner. Instead, the Knights come away with it. They try and send something to the slot. It bounces off a few players and comes out to the Skyliners. Skyliners able to leave the zone on the stick of Bizarro, but no farther than the neutral zone there as the Knights take over again. Ooh, big hit there is going to be called on Bizarro, who looks at the linesman and disagrees with the call. He'll head to the box here with 12:33 left to go, and it was less the hit that got called than the interference that the ref adjudged took place after the Knights player released the pass. So 2 minutes on the board for interference to Bizarro. 12:33 left to go here in the third period. Berliner now leans in on the kill. He wins that over to the slot. The Knights throw a shot in on Koss. He's equal to the task. And now Fauci looks to skate out of the zone with the puck. Sends one off the boards, touched by a Knights player. There'll be no icing as the puck doesn't cross the end line anyway, but it was deflected. The Knights send that up and through the zone. We get icing waved again. Kushlewski goes to retrieve. Sends that up to the half boards, but because the Skyliners are down a player, there's no one home to get it out of the zone. The Knights now look to set up shop. Puck comes out to the point there for the Knights, and they've got a little bit of time here to figure out what works and what doesn't. Send that puck down to the end boards, comes all the way to the far corner. The Skyliners try and take over there. Instead, it looks like the Knights will get this puck back, and they keep it in the zone. Now at the end boards, Skyliners again try and pump that out. Unable to. The Knights throw one in on Koss. Looks to go wide of the cage. The Knights send it back up to the point again. Knights have it there at the half boards. Berliner unable to get it out at the half boards. And then he takes a big hit there, and the Knights have it on the forehand. They saucer a little shot in on Koss, who just blockers that aside. The Knights still have possession in the zone. They send that all the way across the offensive zone. The Knights do. They end up losing possession to Kushlewski, who's only able to send that to the far half boards. Ooh, a booming hit almost came in on the Knights player. But instead, Fauci takes a big hit at his blue line. No call on that. The puck bounces over to Berliner, who can't get that puck any farther past the blue line. So the Knights take over. They come with speed into the zone. They send a shot well over the cage of Koss. The Knights are able to keep possession, but instead, because there are no glass panels over there by the Skyliners bench, the puck goes out of play. We'll get a stoppage at 10:51 left to go in the third. 18 seconds left on the interference penalty to the Skyliners. Defensive zone, well, no, it looks like they're going to take it out past the blue line because it came off a Knights player. Neutral zone face-off here just outside the Skyliners' blue line. The Knights win that, and they look to gain the offensive zone again. They do. They're at the dot now in the mid-slot, passing the puck pretty freely here. Try and go back post. Instead, that's cut out by the Skyliners. Nice leg pad of Koss keeps that from getting through to the player waiting. Now it's in the neutral zone. The Skyliners take the puck all the way in the offensive zone, but then the Knights come away with it. Bizarro off out of the box, unable to corral the puck, and the Knights still have it. They send something through the crease there. No one home, and now the Skyliners skate away with it. 5-on-5 hockey here. Rafi dumps it to himself a little farther into the offensive zone. It's now here in the near corner. Samosi has it on his forehand, just rolls off his stick. Some heavy hitting out there now from both teams. And the Skyliners keep the puck in the offensive zone. Knights have possession there. Stainer gums up his man. And some high hitting. And we're going to get a call here. Unclear who the call is going to be on. Barish is letting his man know that Next time you raise your hands and hit me, you're going to get called for it. And apparently this time, too, the penalty will go to the Knights. Got to assume it's going to be a rough here. Linesman's explaining to him, you got to keep your hands down when you make that hit. Skyliners to the power play with 9:54 left to go here in the third period. Still down 4 goals. Barish will stay out there. He's got Stainer with him and Samosi, Freddie Ryan, and Rifkin Brennan as the defensive pairing. Barish leans in here on the near dot. Puck one to the corner, and Samosi takes over there. He sends something over to the slot. Stainer unable to corral and put something on net. Puck now comes out through the neutral zone into the defensive zone. Skyliners look to collect there. Big hit in the corner, sees both players get up, and the Skyliners are able to get that out of their zone, but the Knights take over. They send it weak side. They're going to kill this penalty by spending it in the offensive zone. Still a minute and a half left to go on it. The Skyliners will have to collect there. They do a pass up from the corner to the half boards. Doesn't get it out of the zone, and now Freddie Ryan has it on his stick. He's able to skate that himself out of the defensive zone. Barish calling for it on the weak side. But Freddie Ryan keeps the puck on his stick and goes all the way down past the end line. Unable to feather a pass, though, into the slot, and the Knights clear. We'll get an icing call on them. Clock will stop at 8:58 left to go here in the third period. 1:05 left on the power play for the Skyliners. Well, offensive zone draw. Sweeney, Kahn, and Vigliotti are out there. Kushlewski and Hartzog as the defensive pairing. The Knights come away with that face-off, but it's immediately gummed up by Kushlewski. The Knights then have to recoil there. Looking for that home run pass. We should get an icing call here. No, instead, Maxi Koss has to glove that one down. Too close to the cage for his preference. And we'll get a freeze with 8:49 left to go here in the third period. Still 56 seconds left on the power play for the Skyliners. Same line stays out. The Knights win that face-off, but only to the point. Now Joe Kahn's able to push that out of the zone. Get a quick offside call on the Knights as they were unable to clear the offensive zone after Joe Kahn pushed that puck past the blue line. Going to drop at the dot just on the neutral side of the blue line here as the Skyliners lean in. Knights win that face-off, and they send it back to their defensemen. They go point to point here on the penalty kill, and then they dump it in once they gain the red line. Skyliners will have to pick up there. They do. Vigliotti has it on his stick. He's looking for a teammate. He sees Sweeney. Sweeney takes that pass, sends it over to Kahn. Some nice passing here from the Skyliners line. Kahn throws a shot at on goal. Vigliotti was there for the rebound. Instead, it was sticked aside by the Knights goaltender. Sweeney now goes to recover in the near corner. Kahn gets there, tries to send a pass to him. It flutters a little in the air, though, and the Knights are able to get out of the zone. They've got a 2-on-1 developing, partial break. They try and go forehand, backhand, forehand again on Koss. But he's there to shut the door. Now the puck comes out of the zone. Kahn's got the puck on her forehand. She takes a big whack, though, there from the Knights player. Adjudged to be playing the puck, so no penalty called. And the Knights storm right back into the offensive zone. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey now with 7:45 left to go here in the third period. Skyliners try and push that up through the neutral zone. Instead, the Knights come away with it, dump it back in the offensive zone, but they're offside. So we'll get a face-off all the way down at this end of the ice, as again, adjudged to be an intentional offside by the Knights. And the Skyliners will get an offensive zone draw just to the Knights' goalies left, with Berliner out there, as well as Fauci and Bizarro, Aiden and Paraki as the defensive pairing. Berliner wins that face-off. Shot comes in on the Knights goaltender, bounces around a bit. Oh, a loose puck. Bizarro just unable to reach it to direct it on goal. Hits the side of the cage instead. Bizarro now fighting hard for the puck. Comes up to Aiden at the point. Bizarro takes it on the backhand. He curls to the front, gets it to Bizarro. To Berliner. Berliner sends the puck in on goal. That's a Skyliners goal. Skyliners 2, Knights 5. Boy, that puck ping-ponged around. Hit a skate and went through 5-hole on the Knights goaltender. And that's why they say no shot's a bad shot. Skyliners put 2 past the Knights goaltender now. It's a goal to Berliner, and he leans in again for this draw. Skyliners just need 3 more to tie this game up. Bizarro fires in on the aggressive forecheck. Puck rolls, though, on Aiden and goes all the way into the defensive zone there for the Skyliners. The Knights curl there, try and send something past Koss. Koss shuts the door, Skyliners come away with possession. Now they skate the puck out of their zone. Falsey takes a big hit there with the puck on his stick, and he's separated from possession. Skyliners need to maintain possession here, but the Knights come away with it. The Knights now send that through the neutral zone. They gain the offensive zone, but they don't have possession. Now they have to wait for their players to clear the offensive zone. They're just spending time in the neutral zone now, happy to kill off the rest of this game if they can. Berliner banks that puck in, and he'll go for a line change as Falsey fires in on the forecheck. The Knights throw that weak side all the way through the neutral zone, and now they're going to try and skate into the offensive zone. A pass sees it end up in the high slot there, but Rifkin-Brennan's able to cut out that pass. Puck bounces over to the Skyliners, unable to get it out of the zone on the first try, and now they'll do it on the second. Knights now have to track back into their own zone. They throw it out of their own zone and gain possession in the neutral zone. They'll wait there, try and throw something in on Koss. Instead, hits a man in front in Barish, and now the puck's on Barish's stick. He's got it through the neutral zone. He's got lots of Knights around him. He just throws a puck in on the goalie. He had no other choice. And the Knights goalie makes an easy glove save there with 5:58 left to go here in the third period. Knights 5, Skyliners 2. Barish will lean in here. He's got the puck on his backhand, comes up to the point. Now it's a rolling puck in the slot. Samosi tries to take it off his man. Instead, his man had it on the forehand and thus had a stronger position. The Knights send that all the way in the offensive zone. They've got a man streaking into the slot. Puck rolls off the Knights player's stick, and the Skyliners try and pump it out of the zone there. They only get it so far as the point, though. The Knights gumming up any attempt to get this out of the Skyliners' defensive zone. Skyliners recoil there with the puck and try and send it weak side again. Instead, the puck stays in the zone once more. The Knights have it there at the half wall. They're battling for it with the Skyliners. They come away with it at the dot. They throw something in on Koss. That puck goes wide of the cage after a deflection. Now it comes up to the slot. Nobody home for the Knights. The Skyliners take over possession. They are able to send it out of the zone there. Some heavy work there by Stainer. Almost sees the puck come to his stick on a partial break. Rifkin-Brennan takes a heavy hit there to try and get the puck out of the zone. Knights are curling now in the slot. 3 of them are there trying to pump something toward the net. We're going to get a penalty call after some heavy hitting. Puck comes in on Koss. It looks like he's able to freeze there. But the Skyliners will likely be going. Well, it's unclear if they're going to the box or to the power play. The Knights have their penalty box door open, and the faceoff's coming down in the offensive zone for the Skyliners, so it looks like it's a 2-minute rough on the Knights, and the Skyliners will have a power play opportunity here. They roll Kahn, Sweeney, and Vigliotti out there. Hartzog and Kishklevsky as the defensive pairing. Nate sends that down to Jill. Jill tries to pick it up there. The Knights come away with it. They send it to the far point. Hartzog tries to stop the puck there. It rolls over his stick, so now the Knights get away with it. Vigliotti's got his man in his sights. Unable to push his man off the puck, but he did make him stop and curl. And now the Knights have it again at the half wall. Now it's up to the point. The Knights are able to keep it in the zone, but only so far as Hartzog's stick. Hartzog's able to skate that out of the zone. Now the Knights have it again. They dump one right back into the offensive zone. Not much coverage there. They only have 4 skaters out, but they're able to throw one in on Koss, who blockers that down. Another shot comes in on Koss. That goes wide of the cage. Conch out of the zone just yet. Skyliners still trying to get this puck out of their zone. Send it off the boards instead. Knights player goes down. The puck does come out of the zone, and we'll get a whistle here for offside as the Knights pump that back in a little too quickly. 4 minutes left to go here in the third period. 1:05 left on the power play here for the Skyliners. And a reminder that you're watching this game on Midnight Sports. Midnight Sports, do us a favor and hit that like, follow, or subscribe button. Bringing you the best of youth hockey and the worst of dad jokes. Midnight Sports. Skyliners have it here on the power play in their own zone. They're at their end boards, and they try and reverse around. They do, and they come away with some real possession here, skated out of their zone. And the Knights try to collect it there. Instead, Falsey has it on his stick, tries to send that around to Berliner at the end boards. The Knights beat him to the puck, but Berliner's able to send that to Falsey. Puck rolls through the crease, nobody home there. Now Aiden has it on his forehand. He sends a shot in, it bounces around a bit, but covered immediately by the Knights goaltender to melt down any scoring opportunity for the Skyliners on the power play. 33 seconds left to go here on the power play for the Skyliners. Offensive zone draw coming up. Berliner, Bizarro, and Falsey are out there for the Skyliners, and still Aiden and Paraki as the defensive pairing. Berliner wins that back to Pizarro, sends it to Paracchia. A little deflection there, sees the puck just go a little bit wide of the cage, and the Knights pump that out of the zone. Icing waved off there. The Knights get to it before it crosses the end line and try and send something in on Koss. Man all alone in the slot, unable to connect with the pass. Big hit there, sees a Skyliner tumble, and the Knights still have the puck here in the offensive zone on the kill. Berliner takes it off his man, unable to get it out of the zone just yet. Now he is. He's able to skate it out. He passes it up to Pizarro, tries to collect. Knights beat him to it, and they send it all the way around near side here. The Knights will look to get out of their zone again. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Man comes out of the box, and we've got a 2-on-2 developing for the Knights. They send it to the high slot. Missed shot there on goal. Puck goes all the way to the half boards. Now the Knights able to pump it in on Koss. Knights still circling in the Skyliners offensive zone. They try to get to the slot on their forehand. Shot comes in on Koss. He rejects that again. Skyliners trying to get this puck out of their zone. They send it up the boards. Pizarro now has it on his forehand. Nearly tripped by the Knights player. He's still going. Keeps his legs. Dangles 3 men on this. Finally taken down at the end with an aggressive back check there by the Knights. A good play by the Knights player. Sees Pizarro unable to get that shot off after skating the puck about 200 feet on his own. Freddie Ryan now in the defensive zone going to work against his man. Puck's in the corner. Knights are just happy to kill as much time as they can down there. 2 minutes left in this game. Knights have possession. They curl around. Looks like a quick stick was a trip there, uncalled. We've got a Skyliners player down, though, at the end boards. Whistle goes with 1:53 left to go here in the third period. Coach Scott will go check on whoever is down. Looks like it might have been Matt Fauci's skating off with Coach Scott toward the bench. He's able to get there. I think he was shaken up with the force that he went into the boards there after losing his skates. And we'll play on with 1:53 left to go here in the third. Knights win that face-off over to the half wall and try and send that in deeper. Instead, the Skyliners are there. Can't get it out of the zone just yet. Shot comes in on Koss. Doesn't reach the cage as it's cut out by Rifkin Brennan. Now the Knights pour right back into the offensive zone. They still have the puck there in the low slot. Look to send something in on Koss. Instead, that puck's cut out. Now the shot comes in on Koss, goes wide of the cage. Another shot's blocked right in front of him. Skyliners get that puck out of the zone. We'll get an offside call here with 1:22 left to go in the third period. Now the Skyliners need a goal here, and they need a goal in a hurry if they're going to get back into tie or win this game with only 82 seconds left to go, down 3 goals. Barish will lean in here for the face-off. Wins that puck over to Koshlewski. Looks like there's going to be a delayed penalty call here on the Knights. They go straight to the box. They'll get called for slashing. 2 minutes will go up on the board. The Skyliners will have an offensive zone draw. Puck's dropped, the Knights come away with it. They send it up the half boards, but not out of the zone. Samosi now has it. He sends that down to Barish. Barish tries to pick up there. Puck taken off him, but Samosi gets it back from Barish. Barish has it on the forehand. He's looking to the slot. He throws something in the slot to Stainer. It's saved there by the Knights goaltender. 55.4 seconds left to go here in the third period. And a reminder, join us again tonight on Midnight Sports as the Skyliners take on another team from their tournament division. The game should start right around 8:30 this evening. Barish will lean in. Tries to win that on the backhand. He does, over to Stainer. Stainer gets it caught in his skates, but is able to send it to the far corner in the offensive zone. 50 seconds left now as the Skyliners are on the power play for the duration of the game unless they score. Vigliotti over, curling in front of the net. Skyliners try and pump something in on goal, unable to deflect it on target, and the puck rolls out of the offensive zone. Hartzog will have to collect there. He's looking up ice, sends that up to Barish. Barish tries to send it farther. Instead, the puck bounces around. The Skyliners do have an empty net here, and the Knights gain the offensive zone. They're only able to send it to the end boards as the Skyliners try and pick it up there. Instead, the Knights beat them to it, and now they fire in from the point. They're desperate to score on that empty net, and the Skyliners are desperate to keep them out. 10 seconds left to go in this game. Puck again bounces through the neutral zone and off the boards. The Knights take over there with 4 seconds left. Sticks flying. The Knights have the puck. Look to send something in on net. Instead, the horn goes. That'll be it. That's all she wrote on this one. Knights 5, Skyliners 2. Well, thanks again for joining us here on Midnight Sports. And don't forget, 8:30 tonight, the fourth and final game of the Rochester Rumble for your New York City Skyliners. We'll see you then.